And welcome to the very first official I'm a Celebrity South Africa, the podcast, with myself, 2022 contestant Sean Walsh, and 2016's Queen of the Jungle, Scarlett Moffat.
What an introduction that was. I like how you formally referred to yourself as a 2022 contestant. That was nice. And then give me a trumpet, but you didn't give yourself a trumpet.
Well, that's because I came fifth, so you don't get a trumpet if you come fifth.
Oh.
You're the queen. If you come fifth, you just go.
I'll give you a little flute. You deserve some sort of musical instrument. Now, if you love I'm a Celebrity even half as much as we do, you will absolutely love this. You've seen some legends return to your TV screens, and now, you lucky lot, you've got a couple of former legends taking over your podcasts.
Am I classed as a legend?
Well, you don't have a crown, but you do have a gilet and a hat. So I feel like, yeah, we'll go with legend.
Thank you.
Now, if you want I'm a Celeb stories that didn't make it to air and a couple of friends to mull over the happenings in camp, you're in the right place. Straight after each episode, hear what we thought of the action in the camp, the trials, friendships, and maybe even fallouts. Who knows? Anything can happen in there.
And we'll be asking all the questions you've been desperate to know the answers to. It's going to be a lot of fun. And remember, we have both been in the camp. We can relate to feeling homesick, hunger pains, uncomfortable beds, creepy crawlies, and using the long drop.
So let's get into tonight's episode. And I need to jump straight in because, I was absolutely buzzing. The Jillian McKeith is back. I felt a little bit sorry for Sean because he did look like he went into shock and he did not look a happy Monday.
Oh, very nice. Very good. He looked mortified, didn't he? It looked like he had PTSD from when he last saw her. Like, he could not believe what had come out of the box.
The thing is, I feel like we could have a little recap because Sean did say, like, he didn't get on, but I felt like he was downplaying it. Like, this was one of my favourite ever series with Jillian McKeith in. And, like, they had, like, a proper rivalry. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, frenemies. It was like they really, really, like, disliked each other.
I am concerned about Sean's snot throwing.
He throws snot?
He presses his right nostril.
Ew.
Then he snorts the gunk out of his nose and it lands on the ground. Then he walks off. Yuck. I reckon if you said to him, stop snotting, he'd snot right on you. If he does that, I'm telling you, I will throw poo in his face. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it?
Cabbage.
Don't you talk like that.
Not
Don't
Bobby.
you swear.
When you've got somebody like Jillian, right, I find myself really trying hard not to wind her up because you could just so easily wind her up really easy. You know what I mean? It's like being back at school.
Oh, my God. I swear to God, we had nothing like that in my year. We all got along. Did you have...
Well, we had like a couple of like disputes, but it was nothing like that, nothing where anyone was like swearing at each other. And I just think like your campmates are what help you get through the whole experience. Like you become this weird family, and I cannot imagine how hard it would be to have someone in there that you dislike that much. I can see it from both sides, but I do think like Sean is a proper bloke. Right, he threw a few snots on the floor, but like what else is he meant to do every time he snots? Is he meant to walk away from camp?
No. Right. What? Hang on. What? So you would be fine if I just did that kind of football player, like snot bubble out of my left nostril? That you would be okay with that, would you?
Like honestly,
in the jungle.
I feel like I could tolerate it. I don't feel like it would get to the point where I'd be like, like saying I would throw poo at someone. I don't think it would get on me.
No, but I think that would make me gag. I couldn't handle that. The thing that had got to me in my year, well, why am I saying in my year like it was a long time? Mine was only last year. Mine was when when the cutlery scratched the containers with the fork and knife that sometimes I had to walk away and just eat on my own in the corner because it would drive me nuts. Owen was a plate scratcher.
Was he? Yeah, he looks like a plate scratcher. The only thing that did my head in, and this is going to sound really, really petty, was I have never known anyone but Martin on Homes Under the Hammer had the wettest eyeballs.
Yeah.
So like you'd be late and you could literally, yeah, you could hear him blinking, and it's only because you're hungry and you're but like it did get the point where I thought I might have to tell him to stop blinking as loud, but I thought you can't do that.
Oh my God.
How little things do your head in there. But I felt for them because I feel like they're in the boat. Sean was so full of excitement meeting his new campmates, and as soon as Jillian jumped out that box, like he just looked so defeated. But I'm hoping that a lot of time has passed and they're older now and wiser. And yeah, she could be the new Beth. She could be getting a tambourine out, going on tour with him. They could be friends. You never know what could happen in there.
Or they could not get stars as the days go on, eat less and less, get more and more hangry, and then have an even bigger bust up.
Like, as a viewer, I feel like both are equally as fun to watch.
Yes, we will see. We will see. But Fatima, I mean, Fatima's not aged. I can't believe she looks the exact same. It's incredible.
Who knew that having a cockroach up your nose for 40 minutes would be de-aging? Maybe that's their skincare regime. Like, pop a little cockroach up there every now and then.
Yes, I'm going to try that. Now, this is the thing. I want to know. Obviously, Paul Burrell's back. The screamer. I mean, he's screaming. I think I was the screamer in mine, if I'm honest. But being around that, I don't think I could handle that.
What's that?
What is it? Can you feel the star?
They're biting me.
Are they?
It's a snake. It's a snake.
Oh my God.
I felt really sorry for Paul because I felt like he really was like, oh yeah, me and Janice Dickinson, like we're sort of friends. And then she didn't have a clue who he was. Then he had to stick his hand in a like little hole of snakes, started getting bit. Then Sean Ryder kept winding him up, pretending that he was getting bitten. And I just felt like he had a bad intro. I just wanted to like go through the screen and give him a hug.
Well, Janice, not only did she not know who he was, she didn't know who anyone was.
Yeah, she
was completely honest about it. Just straight up to people, hello, what are you in here for? What did you do before this? What did you do before this?
Janice!
Hello, campmate. Tell me what you're in for. I've had to just go up and say, can I know what you're famous for? What's your celebrity? Now, what did you do to get in here? What was your celebrity? I did it in a way that wasn't offensive. Are you Italian?
She was like this in Australia, but you definitely get the sense that it's not worn off, and she is going to be the outspoken one, and she is not going to hold back how she feels in the jungle.
I like it when campmates are like that. Sometimes you need somebody who is just going to be like, right, you're all doing my head in now, so can we stop doing this? Sometimes you just need someone to be the leader.
This is for me, this is where it really gets interesting, is you've got everyone coming in, everyone's getting along with each other, everyone's excited. Did you have this? There's a real high at the beginning when you first enter.
Oh, yeah.
But as time goes on, and you're not eating, and people start getting, eliminated, it starts to eat at you. And that's what we're going to watch. We're going to watch these relationships crumble, I think. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them will blossom, but some of them will crumble.
I didn't know like what it would be like, and I always said like, oh, I would never ever go back in the jungle, like it's just not for me. But I would go back in the bush because I feel like already you can see that it's a completely different environment. Like for one, the camp looks posh as out. They've got a hot tub and a running shower. Yes, please, thank you very much.
Oh my God. There's ridiculous space between the beds. It's like they've got their own. They've practically got their own rooms. It's ridiculous.
And as well, like it's very clear. Like I feel like in Australia, it's very like green. Like there's lots of greenery, whereas the bush is like a little bit deserted. So I feel like that's better. You can see the creepy crawlies. Like you're not guessing. Like is that a leaf that's fell on us?
Yeah.
Or is it a frog?
I wouldn't be surprised if they've got Wi-Fi.
I think their dunny looked spacious. So like obviously they have the long drop, and in Australia have the dunny, and the dunny was like really small and like really compact and stunk to high heavens. Whereas I feel like the long drop looks very spacious. Like you can have a chat to people while you're on the toilet, like Helen and Janice. Just pop your head over.
Going into the jungle, one of my biggest fears was the dunny, was the toilet. I thought, oh God, are people going to be able to hear me? I didn't know how far away the camp was from the toilet, and I was scared that people were going to hear my plop. That's what was really worrying me. But there, when they arrived and they had to cover up the toilet themselves, that for a second, that would have mortified me. The idea that we were all going to see each other use the toilet, I would not have been able to live with that.
See, I've actually been all right with that, you know. Does that mean I'm weird?
You're an animal.
Yeah, I feel like...
It means you're an animal.
I just think it's like a good bonding experience going to the toilet together. But the thing that shocked me the most, obviously, these are all legends in the bush, and they've all, you know, been there, done that, got the Geely. And Phil Tufnell turning down long drop duty, I was like, what are you doing, mate? That is the best job to have, because what people don't realise is days 3 and 4, you're eating that much rice and beans, it's constipation day, no one's going to the long drop. And then it's a 5-minute job one day. You just move a barrel, it is full of rubbish, but you get over it and then you move it back. Job done. Then you can just chill out the whole day.
And that's what I used to do. I used to get up and I used to say to them, I'm just popping to work, and I would go, change a dunny, come back, me done. 10 minute job a day. Thank you very much.
Also, we did mention about Fatima being amazing in her challenge, but I thought Helen Flanagan really smashed it, and I thought, because I think people forget it was 10 years
I think smashed it's a bit far.
Do you not think she smashed?
She didn't smash it. She kept, for a start, she ended up counting to 400 or something before she could get on it.
The counting was, I
was watching it on my laptop. I thought it was going to run out of battery.
For me, it was Fatima when she was like, oh, she's still counting. I'm going to put my head down, my neck's hurting. It's
Exactly.
But I just thought, compared to when she was in 10 years ago, she was only 22 when she first entered the jungle. She's now 32, entering the bush. She's a mum. And I just think the fact that she actually did it was a miracle, because, let's remember some of the infamous trials that she done. My favourite was bug burial. I think, let's have a little listen to how long she lasted in there.
I don't like this.
Oh, God. Oh, it's bringing it all back.
Oh my God, what was that noise?
That's just the bolts going in.
Oh my God, no, I don't like this. Oh my God, please, no, don't do that.
You're all right. They're just locking the tops
No,
you're going to get the Allen key.
I don't like it at all.
You're going to get the Allen key, remember?
No, but please don't undo the undrilling thing.
There we go. 10 minutes now.
Oh!
Okay, guys.
That was
5 seconds.
Yeah, about 5 seconds she lasted in there.
She took longer counting to get herself up for the last challenge than she did in actually being in that challenge.
2
23, 4, 22, 23, 24.
See, so she smashed it. Look how far she's come. Look how
Yes, you're right.
Sean. So last time she was in there, out of 52 stars, she won a total of 17. And she did say those famous words of "I'm a celebrity, get me out of here." And she did say at the beginning, like now that she's in the bush, she said, "I am not going to say those words, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here."
I'm not buying that at all.
Really?
That is I think she. Yes, I'll bet you. Do you think she'll say it?
Do you know what? I don't think she will, but part of me is like, I don't even know how anyone even gets those words out, because if I was that panicky, I feel like my mind would go blank and I'd just be like, "Dad, get us out. I want the thingy. What's the show called? Help us." And start panicking.
No, I think she's going to get them out loud and clear. I just think that as the series goes on, you know, the trials will get more challenging, the challenges will get more challenging, and I think she's going to scream it out.
Do you? Oh, I like this. We've got opposite thoughts. I suppose only time will tell who will win this.
Who do you think then in the bush is the not weakest link, but the person that is most vulnerable to saying, "I'm a celebrity, get me out of here"? Because I would say it's got to be maybe Helen or Janice. No, Paul. Paul, Janice, and Helen.
But, like, I feel like now that Jillian McKeith's entered, if anyone was, I just feel like Jillian just isn't bothered. I think, like, the fact that she did that whole fainting episode and then, like, pulled down her top and, like, I mean, it was a pretend faint, wasn't it? Let's not beat around the bush. No pun intended.
Has she ever admitted to that? Has she admitted that was fake, or is she still holding on to that being real?
I think she's still holding on to it being real, but Sean, she fainted and then pulled it off.
No.
She then, like it was, like, I remember that. I just remember that whole scene, and it was meant to be a live trial, and then Ant and Dec having a panic and going, "We're going to go straight to a break." And it was like, "Oh, they're doing an emergency break. This is amazing." Like, it just felt like that was just live telly at its finest. I was like, "Oh, this is too much. Like, I'm going to have to go and get a packet of biscuits here. This is intense."
Gillian.
Come and join us, Jillian.
Could you?
Jillian, come over here.
Should be
Come and
ashamed
join
of
us,
yourself.
please.
Good luck, Jillian.
Come over. Come here. Come here. We'll explain it all. Don't worry. We'll explain exactly what's going on, okay? Let's get Bob in. Bob.
Okay, bring the oxygen in, please.
Let's get the gas.
Jillian?
Okay.
Jillian?
I think it's best if we go to a break right
Yes.
now and give Jillian the attention she needs. We'll find out if she can do it after the break. See you in a few minutes.
Nice and slow.
I'm so sorry for laughing, but like it was just like it was so intense. It was like it was live. She's been chosen again. The faint, the pulling of the jacket, the oxygen mask from Medic Bob, the emergency break. It's like this is why she is in this series, because she is a legend.
Go on, look, just hearing the words, "We better get Bob in." We better get Bob in. That's when you know things have gone wrong in the bush. We better get Bob in.
The only
You
time
can hear Ant and Dec saying,
the only
Ant and
time
Dec
I
saying,
ever had
"We better go to the break," and in the background you can hear the oxygen mask. Oh my God! I really hope that happens again, please.
Actually, I actually, Medic Bob prescribed me a shower in my series.
Hey?
Yeah, like basically, I think it got to like maybe 10 days and like I just didn't shower. And Medic Bob was like, Scarlett, I don't know how to say this, but you need to have a shower. Like he prescribed
That's incredible.
me a wash because I just went
incredible.
feral.
Do you know what happened? Ant and Dec smelt you and went, we need to get Bob in.
We need an emergency break.
We've smelt Scarlett. We got to an emergency break. Scarlett absolutely reeks. We need to get Bob in. Sorry. We've watched episode 1. There's a long way to go. But off the back of that, first instincts, your gut instincts, who do you think is going to win?
Oh, this is so hard. Do you know what, right? I'm just going to go dive straight into my top 3. I actually do think Sean will be at least in the top 3. I think he'll be 3rd.
Yeah, definitely the top 3.
Because when he was in, he got all of the stars that he was like up for, and this is about getting stars a lot of the time. So we know he can smash the trials. I think I've got to go for my campmate Jordan, because I just feel like he seems to have just like come into himself more, and he didn't get to showcase who he really was like in our series, because he was so young and he was tired off the food and stuff. So I'm really hoping that Jordan smashes it. He's a good for morale kind of guy, and I hope that my camp mum Carol Vorderman wins. I mean, she's a pilot. She's not scared of heights. She's not afraid to get stuck into a camel penis. Like, I just think she has everything you need to be.
You mean? Sorry, Scarlett. You mean eat a camel penis?
Yes, eating
Just
it.
to be clear.
Yes, because I did eating trials with her, and she's also like a camp mum. She looks after everyone. She's on duty for the cooking, and I feel like anyone who can cook in there, you don't want to get rid of, because food is life in there.
Yes. Oh God, absolutely.
So Carol, Jordan, and Sean.
I think if Helen can overcome her fears, and we see Helen grow and develop bravery, I think Helen can make that top 3.
Amazing. Well, I think we can safely say that this series is going to be incredible. I'm desperate to find out how Sean reacts to Jillian, and if Helen can face her fears better than last time.
I'm just waiting to hear more of Paul's screams. If you want to hear any fresh podcast episodes delivered into your inbox after each ITV show so that you don't miss out on exclusive interviews with campmates, subscribe and it'll be ready and waiting for you every day.
And if you're feeling really generous, we'd love you to give us a review and let us know topics you particularly enjoy us covering. Either comment on your podcast app or use our very own hashtag I'm a Celebrity Podcast, and when you type that in, a cute little bug pops up. Ah.